Hello there, monsters and men, ladies and people, and welcome. My name is Earl, and in today's Early Access we will have a look at Big Boop City, also known as the Vagrant. Of course, it's not called Big Boop City, but, well, you will see when we are in-game why I called it like that. It's insane. The Vagrant is a action RPG and it's being developed by OTK Games. And why is this game still in Early Access? Well, the main thing is the story has not been finished yet. It's basically a Telltale game right now. Only 2 of the 6 story chapters are being done, and when this game will be released in November, October 2017. So if you're watching this afterwards, I hope it's already released. And then the full story will be there, and of course there will be more monsters and all that shenanigans, but basically the core mechanics are already there. Only, well, the story is not finished. It's not finished, no. So let's first start. What do we have at the options menu? Gameplay, resolution, BGM, music, keyboard, and gamepad. The developers of this game recommend playing this game with a controller, so to be honest, I have not even bothered to touch my keyboard while playing this game, so I cannot tell how it is with keyboard, but from playing it I can imagine it's a lot better with a controller. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. So when you start the game, there are, can we do this safely? Yes, you can choose between 4 difficulty levels: easy, normal, hard, and oh, the 4th one isn't there yet. So that's also one to be added. To be honest, I have not seen that yet, so in my playthrough, I already played quite a bit. I chose for normal, because I'm not good. I'm not a good gamer, so hard, I will get my ass kicked. So let's load the game right. I am at Get Fly Camp normal. Confirm. Yes, I want to load this save data. The thing about the Vagrant is you will see that the whole environment and all the graphics are hand drawn, and it looks pretty good, as you can see. Not to be picky, sometimes it looks like it's a little bit upscaled from a little bit lower resolution, but overall this game looks great, and you'll see, right? This is why I called it Big Boop City. They're huge. From every female character, they are huge. I think this game is actually Japanese. Why do I think that? Well, there are some Asian signs all around in the menus and stuff, and some translation is slightly off. I know my English isn't, well, 100% perfect, but I can tell that some translation is slightly off. So the Vagrant, I said, is an action RPG, and you play as Villian, the Vagrant. Yes, she thinks she's just a normal sellsword, but of course she has more powers than she can imagine, because her dad left her, and her dad was special, and well, you know that story stuff. So let's have a look at the menus, right? Let's start here. So there you can see I have gold and mana. With gold I can buy stuff, and with mana I can upgrade my abilities. Yeah, and you find mana just by killing creatures and destroying things in the environment, like crates and stuff, and little mana crystals will drop, and that's how you get them. My current weapon is a tower watch, I have leather armor, and accessory is an amulet. And if you look down there, you can see for the combat system, you will see my special attack. So at B there is Impulse Gate, up B is Heaven's Fall, etc, etc. So we got my items here, which are the consumables, just normal food and potions. We got the materials because there is some crafting. I've played 3 hours of this game. I have done the first chapter. Again, I'm pretty bad. You can probably do it in under 2 hours, but I died a lot of times and I hadn't saved, so I had to do it all over again. Because you can only save at these campfires or in the city at tombstones, etc, etc. That's the map. We don't want that, so let's go to, where was I? Item. So there's your material, which you can craft with and also sell. Like these are copper tubs. They have quite a lot of value. They're good for selling. You got your rune stones here, which you can enchant your sword with, and your armor, and well, whatever weapon you have, to be honest. You have your key items here. So for example, Holy Runic, used for banishing evil, unlock training 1. And this is a stone. So a stone plate contains knowledge of concentration. For 3 skill, Heaven's Fall. So these are items you can find in the world, and they will give you an ability or something else to unlock. That's that, right? Then you have your equipment. My weapons, I have a soldier's hand, a tower watch, and a cleric spray. As you can see, the cleric spray, you have that little lightning thingy. Some weapons do have elemental effects. You got fire, lightning, and what was the other one? I think water or earth. I can't remember, and they all have some special effects. I can show you that. So we got your weapons. As you can see here, in each weapon, what you can do. So for example, the cleric spray, you can see his rank is 4 out of 5 stars. We can enhance it with my mana. So it costs me 495 mana to enhance it, and then it will go rank up. And that will give it more attack, and if you're lucky, it will unlock a runestone in one of those empty slots that you can see. And if not, all slots are filled. You can enchant it, which we choose this one. And then we can put this runestone on this weapon. And in that way you can make your weapons better and give it some effects. Yes, and this weapon is actually worse now than this one. So I'm saving it to enhance it. This one has 87 attack, this one only 18. But this one has the lightning thingy. And I think some monsters are more vulnerable against some elementals than others. You know, the usual stuff. Here we have my armor. I just got basic leather armor now. For now, it does not have any effect on my appearance. I still got the same old naked bra thingy that rests under my boobs and that push them up. That's the only thing I have. And where was I? Equipment. I got my accessory here. I got an amulet. Decreased damage taken by 5%, and this one too. So you can have one of those. And you have your potions, and I don't have potions actually, but you can have potions, and you can at the top left you see that little circle with that eye. There's where your potions are. Then you can switch between them and quick select the potions while you're in battle. I'm always pressing the wrong button. Then you got your skills here. As said, I have Impulse Blade and Heaven's Fall. Impulse Blade I got from the start, and Heaven's Fall I got from that key item that I found. Again, the wrong one. This key item, when I found this, I unlocked that ability. Or that skill. It's actually a skill, not an ability. Sorry. And if you go to abilities, this is my ability tree. So I'm a Rune Warden. How this ability tree works is that you got this main skill over here. This center thingy. You have to actually upgrade this one to get further levels. So this one's actually at level 2 now, as you can see to the right. That means I can only go to level 2 here and not level 3. If I upgrade this once more to level 3, then I can go to level 3 here. Simple as that. In my experience right now, the main path, so for example this whole line, they're quite boring abilities / skills / power-ups. They're more like defense plus 25. So you got the defense tree, you got your attack tree, so that will up your attack more. You have your critical blah blah blah. I think this is your critical chance. That will go up and up. These are quite generic and boring. But if you take the side paths, like for example we got here Rage plus 10. Rage is your second meter that you see. The first one is your health and the second one is your rage, where you use your abilities with. For example, this one. Yeah, there we go. Open that damn thing. And what you can do, if you go to the left or to the right, so to the side branches, your Impulse Blade has now a piercing effect, or allow players to jump and blow away an enemy. So you get another combo that you can do. So the side tracks are more for other abilities, other combos that you can do, or increasing the power of your current abilities. So they're more interesting than actually the main paths. The main paths are pretty boring. So for example, if you got this one, critical check plus 1, yay, we love that. But then this, we have an extra combo that we can do in combat. So if I do XXXI, I do a Fear Strike. And yeah, that's great. It's neat. And what do we have more? We have the notes. So this is basically a journal where you can track your story, the story actually, your story, the story. You got your Monsterpedia, so this is every monster you encounter. There are quite a lot already. And they want to add more, so that's really insane. And you got tutorial here, which is great. You can find everything back. If you forgot something, you can find it back here, which is good. And that's what we're talking about here. Elemental attack. You got fire elements, deal more extra damage, chance to give the target burning or blaze conditions. Oh, you got fire, ice and lightning. So these are the effects you can have on your weapon that I showed you before. And you can find everything here, which is great because sometimes I forget something. So that's basically all these things handled with. It's quite a lot of them. So let's go to some gameplay now. Do we? I think I handled most of it. So I will continue. Ooh, there's a little jumpy. I will continue with my story where I was left. And we can have the minimap here. It's quite basic. What I would like, which would make it more fancy, if you can see the background that you see when you're playing. For example, this background, why can't we see that here? It makes it more fancy, won't it? But the question mark is where my quest is. The S are the save points that you can go, and this is basically the way you can navigate through the world. So I came from Brockleshire. That's a shitty name. Well, maybe we can go there then. I can show you some combat also. Basically, how the combat works. Oh, there's a deer. You have... Ooh. It works with combos. So you see those hits. I have 7 hits now. And the more hits you have, the more powerful your charge strike will be. So we have 1, 2, 3, and that one. How more powerful that one will be. And how the combat works, it works with... Ooh, that's a full one. It works with X and I. So, as I said, 2 times X... That's a strike, 3 times X, I, that's a strike. And that's how it works. And then you got B for your skills. So for example, this is one skill, but you can also do up B. And then we have that skill. That's basically how the combat works. It's quite simple. You have to remember the combos, of course. So for example, the pierce strike. This one will land enemies into the air. And then you have this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. I'm so terrible at these things. That one will pierce through enemy defenses better. So you have to remember those one. If you're terrible at fighting games, you're maybe also terrible at these ones. Like me, I'm always terrible in remembering those things. But it can make the combat quite tricky and cool. And are we already at the other part now? I think so, because the map is loading. Well, there's a loading screen. So, if you look here, this is the whole first chapter. The minimap, you can see it's quite good. It's quite clear where you can go, where you need to go. As you can see, there's also a boss that I've defeated. I will show you a clip later in the video of how the boss fight looks like. Because that's the first boss fight I did, and I pre-recorded that. So the minimap is quite good. As you can see, there are 2 save points, 3 save points actually. Those are the campfires and some town. Later in the game there will be a quick travel option, but I do not have unlocked it yet. So maybe it comes in the second chapter, I don't know. Maybe it comes later on, maybe it's not even implemented yet, I don't know, it's early access anyway. So we will go to the question mark now, yes. So here we are, we probably get some storytelling here. How the storytelling works, you basically got these kind of scenes with some text. Nothing is spoken. Move my love. I will not spoil the story for you, but this is basically how it looks like. So I skipped through the story for you because again I don't want to spoil it. And basically you can, if you're not interested in the story, I have to go a long way. You don't have to do it because you can just go to the target location, rush there when you want, and no, that's it. So I don't know what the story is now, but I'm not really too bothered. So I can, as you can see here, I can go to the right or I can go up somewhere. And you can destroy these in the environment, so you get consumables, mana crystals, maybe even potions. Where does this go? Where does this lead? Let's have a look. We're now down there. So it does actually, in this game, it does actually reward exploring because you can find certain, you can find new skills or new abilities or... Well, basically those kind of things. So let's go up. What's here? We can go to the left now only. So let's destroy these crap because I want mana crystals and golds. And in the combat they actually force you to fight, as you can see, because there are those blue barriers. So there's no running or whatsoever. And these wolves, well, as you can see, these wolves are kinda easy. So maybe for the more experienced people, put it on. Ooh. Put it on hard. Look, this is so fucking awesome. I do like this. And then we... Oh, if they're down, you can't actually hit him. But as you can see, and he does now howl to... Ooh, he's quite tough. You're quite a tough bugger, are you? What I can tell, I have a potion now. As you can see, it's in the bar right now. And if I push my left trigger, I can quickly consume it. That's the word that I was looking for. Oh, there are more PCs here, so he's more advanced. We can also roll with the right trigger, so we're going to kill you. Put my blade through you guys. The combat does feel quite satisfying, to be honest. Two, we do him up, we do a little twisty. We have 28 hits. Combo, come on, kill him. Nope, it's too late. And that's it. Oh, there are more spawning. Ooh, you look more terrible. Oh. And this is the part where it gets tricky, because I get more abilities. We do have to roll more. I do have to use my roll more, but my pierce strike is actually quite powerful. Oh, roll to evade. Oh, you won't go up, won't you? Damn you, bugger. You might look at me, well, he's freaking a cerebral. Yeah, maybe am. Oh, but as you may see... Oh, and you do actually feel... I almost forgot. You do actually feel your rage meter while doing the combat. While you're fighting. So when you... Ooh, this looks nice. I can destroy that. Sometimes it's unclear when you can destroy those things or not. But... Oh. That's what I meant with the combat get more tricky. Oh, those zombie guys are just annoying. They're not quite that strong. Let's go forwards. Let's go forward and kill you. Now, what you can always do during the combat, you can always go to your menu, press items, consumables, and you can always eat stuff. So for example, we take this one and this one. You can always do that, even when in combat. So that makes it easier, and that makes... Well, I don't know why they implemented that, because I think there is a need for quick consuming your... Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. I wasn't quick enough. What I want to say to finish my sentence, when you can always go to your menu and consume... Ooh, I didn't expect that. You can go down now. Do I have to kill you? I have to break you. Oh, there's a chest here. Well, with chest you just have to hit and a nice reward comes out. As you can see now, you found the Book of Rune. You're now able to extract higher level runestone by disposing equipment. Nice. That's what I mean, exploring is rewarding because you find those kind of things. But as I want to say, I don't know why there is quick consuming potions and stuff when you can just always go to your menu and consume food. Because there isn't the need then for quick consuming, right? You just press start, eat something and go further. And the food is actually cheaper than the potion, so... It's kind of weird in my opinion. So where do you have to go? This is actually the wrong way then. Let's go to the other part. Ooh, what are these guys? Let's have a look. Buy something, it's cheap. Ooh, see? The prices are quite huge, you can see. Medium potion, 1250, I only have 6000. Even for an egg, you pay 400 gold. Come on man, it's only an egg. It's quite a lot, but we can sell some things here. We can, no consumables, materials. These crap. Gold necklace, yes, we can sell that. Yeah, sure, why not sell that? This one is also for sale. These are materials we want to keep. Consumables, I do want to keep my consumables. Thank you, yes. What are you, guy? Ooh, it's not. Ooh, this one looks awesome. 5000 gold. And has 80 attack. This one is actually quite good. Oh, he's making that. I need obsidian and a twig. Don't I have a twig? Sell? Material? Oh, I don't have a twig, I only have a branch. Okay, I would like a twig then, so... As you can see, Japanese. The name is definitely Japanese. And also, at those campfires that you have at the save points, you can cook food, but you can only cook food when you bought it. So once you bought it, you know the recipe, otherwise you don't. So maybe fried bacon, we buy that, and also buy this one, so we know the recipe. This one was 2500 gold, I didn't know that. It's quite a lot. But yeah, the game is actually just, well, just the story with this combat and the quest here. So here's another campfire. I haven't saved there yet. Please save a lot is my save. Yes. Please save a lot, because my pitfall was I didn't save that often. And when I failed, you have to start over again. Nothing's auto-saved. You save at the campfires and that's it. Nothing's auto-saved. So please do it. But also, as I said, at those campfires you can cook. But you can only cook the recipes that you actually bought. And I know them all because I bought them all. So I can cook it. And cooking is better than just eating those consumable thingies. But where my story was is that... Ooh, there's a skeleton. Hello. Oh, damn it, I stuck there. That the game is basically the combat and the story. So, and the combat, well... I think it's quite... If you put it on hard, it looks quite simple now. But maybe if you put the difficulty on hard, it's more difficult. Of course it is, but then for the more experienced people, it's more difficult. And I think I'm not really good at those action RPGs where you have to do all different kind of combos. Give me skills rather. So if you perform all the combos, the combat can probably be quite interesting. But as you can see now, I'm just hammering forward and it's quite easy. But the combat can be quite interesting, I would imagine. So with a potion now we can quick consume it, as you can see. But you have to use the combos, and I'm not the kind of guy that does that. No. And this is a dead end again. So that means there's something to be found here. Oh, this thing is ridiculously strong against those guys. It's crazy. Oh, there are more of them. Here we just do, oh, the wrong side. We do another one. See, ooh, you got 2 swords. Ooh, what is that? Let's pick that up first. You found turtle statue. You can now unlock a new ability with it. Oh, cool. Let's see what we can unlock. Abilities. Ability, right? Can I unlock a new ability with it? Do I have mana for that? Or does he mean skill? I'm a little bit confused at the moment. This will inspire you to improve combat techniques. Strength level 2. Oh, I unlock that. Okay, cool. So what I did unlock now was ability strength level 2, which is actually this one. So I was actually wrong that you just upgrade this one to a certain level and then you can go further. You do actually need some, not for all, but you actually need some items to unlock some abilities. I'm sorry, I was wrong in that, but that's how it goes. So again, you can just treat this like a Telltale game from now. And then it can be a quite fun RPG. Maybe it's actually good now because the core mechanics are there. It's not like the core mechanics are not finished yet. Maybe it's a good thing that you can just play the game, play it for how much? 4 hours if you're not that terrible as me. Leave it be for another 2 months until the next chapter is finished and play it again. Maybe that's a nice thing. Maybe if you like that. But again, the core mechanics are done, so it's not a reason not to play the game. Only the story is not finished. So, and what I did promise you guys was a boss fight. So, I'll show a pre-recorded clip now with the boss fight. Yes! Okay, so here's the boss fight, and as you can see at this health bar, there are those red circles, red dots. There are actually 4 of them, and each represent a stage of the boss. Easy as that, and when you have done with one stage, another ability or another phase comes with the boss, well, you know the principle, I think. What do I have to say about this? First I had some difficulties with this boss, but after 2 tries, 3 tries, It was actually quite easy, and I didn't really see a lot of different in the different stages of the boss, so that was actually kind of a bummer. I hope that in the harder difficulties that will be better, but as soon as I bought enough potions and consumables, I did it quite easy actually. If I used just my impulse strike, that ability, it was quite easy and it worked quite effectively. So again, I hope in the harder difficulties it is better, but I don't know because I haven't tried it. But at least you can see a little bit how it looks like now and how it feels. So again, to give an end conclusion on the Vagrant, I think it's safe to buy it already because, well, 2 of the 6 chapters are done. As I said before, it's basically a Telltale game now, just wait for the other 3 because the core mechanics are done. More items will be added, of course, but the core mechanics work fine. Right now there are no bugs that I saw. And well, yeah, of course, this early access. If you don't like it, don't buy it. But I think if you want an action RPG and you're interested, I think it's safe to buy. So, and then I just hope they finish it. And with that bombshell, thank you a lot for watching, guys. If you like this video, feel free to press the like button. And if you did not, well, the other button is right next to it. If you want more first looks of early access games and full release games, of course, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And then for now, I would say, as always, to be continued.